John, when we left, we were talking about oligopolies and entering into new markets. Why do you think incumbents, the large players, are so terrified of the little guy?
I don't know if I share your opinion. I don't know that they're terrified. When I have conversations with the large multinational breweries, they acknowledge that small breweries help to create interest in the product category. And they've got 80% market share. So, I mean, no one likes to give up market share. But it's generally thought that if we can, there's an expression about a rising tide lifts all boats.
Yep.
So if the small brewers can contribute to the general reputation of beer and bring new customers in who are interested in it, that's good for the industry. So I'm not sure that they're afraid of it. I mean, I remember when I started Sleeman's, they didn't think we were going to be around, and they kind of dismissed us as 1 or 2% market share. They're a bit of a pain in the neck. And they're tough competitors, but they were never vicious. I mean, I'm sure there are some industries where the large competitors are vicious, but the beer industry in Canada particularly is government regulated, and if you can be efficient at it, it's reasonably profitable. And if you don't do something stupid, you should be able to stay in business for quite a long time. If you think about beer businesses, they have generally been family owned. Anheuser-Busch, Molson, Labatt. There was a Mr. Labatt. There was a Mr. Carling. So if you give the customer a good product at a reasonable price, you build brand loyalty. And as I said, nobody likes to give up market share, but there's generally a big enough pie that if you do it right, everybody can coexist.
Well, maybe afraid isn't the right word. Did you experience any pushback, any undermined tactics? Did you ever experience?
It still happens today. Yeah,
So they're not afraid of you, but they're not going to allow you to have access to their beer bottles or their distribution rates. So
yeah,
I appreciate the political nature, but you're trying to get your beer onto the shelves, and they're trying to stop you directly, indirectly.
Mm-hmm. Sure. I mean, there's all kinds of things that go on in the industry. You walk into a bar one day and they agree to sell Sleeman, and then you put the equipment in, and 2 weeks later, somebody else's beer is pouring on your equipment. And, how did that happen? Well, I'm sorry to tell you this, but I'm going to the Super Bowl and they bought me tickets. Well, I guess I should have got Super Bowl tickets too. And when you're a small company, you can't do that. So you find ways, if you're a good entrepreneur or a well-run business, what do I have that will make me unique in the face of large competitors? If I can't buy Super Bowl tickets and fly you to San Diego or whatever, what do I have that will make you want to sell our product and make your customers ask for it? And it's not all just about graft. There's other things you can do too. Do you do advertising? So your customers go in and say, I saw this ad on the TV the other day and a bunch of pirates. And I think it had something to do with Sleeman. Well, if you drive the customer in, eventually the bar owner is going to say, I better start carrying that stuff because people are asking for it. Most people don't walk out of the bar because they don't sell Sleeman. But if you have it enough, then other people come in and it becomes something, hey, I can get a really good pint of Sleeman at this particular pub. So you have to find out, if you can't compete on the same level with your competitors, what can you do that will make you successful? And they're so big, it's hard for them to scramble and do little things. And they've got all kinds of computer programs that tell them how much money they can make on beer volumes down to this level, and below that it's not worth it. Well, how about you play in this level? Because your cost of goods sold are so much lower that you can be successful as a small brewer. And you can build all kinds of customer loyalty. And they can still have their huge volumes, but you're the guy that's getting written about in the press because you have these unique products. And you're getting, the early adopters are coming and going, yeah, I was in this pub the other night and they had this really cool beer that I never heard of, but I discovered it. And I'm not drinking Blue or Canadian, the stuff my dad drank. I'm drinking this really neat stuff that I discovered. Well, why can't you be the one they discover?
Sounds like you turned a limitation into an opportunity.
Well, I think that's what good businessmen try to do, and I'm not saying I'm a good businessman. I
would say that.
No, if I'm good, it's because I surround myself with people who are smarter than I am, who see opportunities that I miss, and then give them the opportunity to go and do it without getting upset with them when they fail.